So in this video, I want to focus on setting goals. I'm going to break the video down into specific steps to help you while you're planning your goals. So the first step is remember your why. You want to really think about what is the reason for you setting this as a goal. Why is this important to you? What will be the overall reason for achieving this goal? Like, is there something specific that will come out of this goal? So remember your why. If you can remember your why, that's important because it will help you determine why you made this as a goal in the first place. The second thing is taking action. So for example, one of my goals is to save money. And one thing I'm doing to ensure that I'm saving money is I purchased a budget planner from Amazon. So that way it's helping me budget out my cost and really help me realize how much I'm bringing in and how much I'm spending. So that's really important as well. Like, you don't want to just talk about it, but you want to actually do it. So like, it's one thing to just kind of create goals and mention certain things, but it's another thing to actually do it. So it's important that you don't only talk about it, but you actually make it an action item and you complete it. The next thing I want to mention is divide and conquer. So in computer science, there's a concept called divide and conquer, where you take a really big problem and you break that problem down into smaller chunks. So we can do that with our goals. It's really important a lot of times we want to just see the big picture of things. And once we see the big picture, we feel like we have to only achieve that big picture. We don't think about, taking that big goal and turning it into smaller goals that you can achieve over time. And then before you know it, you've achieved that big goal. So definitely consider taking your goals and breaking them down into smaller achievable goals, because that way it builds confidence and it also just helps you become more motivated to achieve more goals, because you're seeing the overall, reward and the overall you see the overall reward of breaking it down into a smaller goal. And I feel like a lot of times we don't celebrate our wins. When we celebrate our wins, we want to celebrate big wins, but all wins are wins. So even if it's a small win, you should still celebrate it. So definitely think about breaking your goals down into smaller goals and celebrating once you achieve those goals. And then also, I would say write it down, make it plain. So for me, a lot of times I would have an idea or a goal that I want to achieve, and I wouldn't write it down, and I would just have it in my mind. And a lot of things are going on in our minds, so we forget things. So I would forget about it, and then once I forget about it, it's just that, it's gone. It's no longer in my thoughts, no longer in my mind. So I've noticed that once I write things down, I'm able to not only see it, because I'm a visual learner too. I'm really into like seeing things. So if I write it down, it just helps me, be able to go back and reflect on it. So for me personally, I like to use my notes app on my phone. Some people use pen and paper. Like, don't think there's anything wrong with pen and paper. I'm real old school and traditional in that aspect too. So if you want to literally get some paper, loose leaf paper, printer paper, whatever type of paper, and literally hand write it down, I do that as well. So definitely consider writing it down with pen and paper. I'm also really big on vision boards. Once again, I'm a visual person, so I like to see things planted out and kind of organized on a certain canvas. So if you're into vision boards, definitely consider doing a vision board. And don't think that you only do a vision board at the beginning of the year. I think that's a time when people emphasize it the most. Starting out the new year with a vision board. You can do a vision board at any moment. You can do a vision board now. You can have an idea and a goal in mind that you want to achieve by the ending of the month or by the ending of the year, and add that to your vision board. So don't just think vision boards are only associated with the beginning of the year. You can do a vision board at any point. And same thing, I've noticed now that there's also something called like prayer boards. So if you're into, vision boards, but you want to do it more on a Christian side or whatever, like you can also do that. You can or just in any aspect, if you just want to do a prayer board, there's certain things. It's very similar to a vision board, but like the ones I've seen, you literally write down your goals and then you find biblical scriptures and attach that to those goals, and then you can like put them in envelopes and you have like your prayer requests. Like it's really cool when you think about it. So that's something you can do if you're part of like a Bible study. That can be an idea you can bring to your Bible study class, or even if you are not a part of Bible study, you can just do it on your own. You can go Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, any of these like stores where you can get affordable supplies, and you get the supplies and you create the vision board that way. So definitely consider writing it down and making it plain, because if you write it down, you won't forget it. So that's another really good idea when it comes to planning your goals and organizing your thoughts on paper. And then you want to also seek support. So there's an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So make sure you get with the right people, you have the right community that's supporting you within your goals. That way, they're not only encouraging you, but they're also holding you accountable to make sure you're achieving those goals. So make sure you, even if your circle, like a lot of times we want to be around any and everybody, like not being around being around any and everybody is not always a good thing. So I would say, even if your circle is small, as long as those are the right people that want to see you succeed, and they really want to help you achieve those goals, then that's the right people for you. It's not all about the numbers. And I did a video on that on another video. I think I named it like Focus on Impact. But now in that video, I was specifically talking about just data and numbers in terms of success. So it goes back to that. Like, don't get caught up on numbers. Like, if you got 2 people in your corner, or even 1 person in your corner, and that person is, encouraging you, sending you resources to help you achieve those goals, keeping you accountable. Hey, Cash, you did this today. Hey, did you do this today? Hey, did you do that yesterday? Hey, you were supposed to go to the gym today. Did you go to the gym today? Like, making sure you're on it. That's the right person in your life. Don't get caught up on having 100+ friends, and when it's time to call on those people, they're not accountable. They're not reliable. Is what I meant. Like, you can't count on them. Like, when it's time, when you're in dire need and you're really in a need of emergency, if you can't call those 100 people, then that's not the right 100 people for you. So definitely make sure you seek the right community to encourage you to achieve those goals. And then lastly, remember to take care of yourself. I think a lot of times we don't make that as a goal. We don't think about that as being a goal. That should definitely be one of your goals. Do things that make you happy. So whether that's going out and getting that ice cream, or I think the new 2K25 is coming out. If you're into video games, if you feel like playing video games make you happy, go get that video game. Ice cream does it for me a lot of times. I like ice cream. I like chocolate covered strawberries. Like, it's like certain desserts and treats make me happy. So if I need to go do that to make me happy, I can do that. I also enjoy yoga. I enjoy playing video games. I enjoy spending time with my dog. So if I've gotta, go out, spend time with my dog, play with him, do whatever, like, do things that make you happy and bring you joy, because life is too short and we shouldn't be living life unhappy when we don't know when it's going to end. So live every day, happy, joyous, do things that bring you joy and bring you happiness at the end of the day. So I hope this video was helpful. Definitely share it with anyone you may know who would like to, achieve goals and they're just not sure where to start when it comes to planning it out. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you all have a great day.